New reports indicate student enrollment in community and technical colleges across the state has been declining in recent years. However, here on the South Plains College reports its programs are standing strong.
KCBD News Channel 11's Madeline Hall looks at its programs and how it's setting students up for success no matter their path.
More and more students are considering opportunity cost when it comes to higher education. That's according to a report by the Dallas Federal Reserve. It's something South Plains College sees every year, and it's why it offers programs like dual credit. Krista Henley, the Dean of Dual Credit and Early College Programs, says it helps get students on track faster than traditional higher education.
The past few years, we've seen a growth in our dual credit population. The reason for that being is students are really looking to save time and money and really work towards those degrees faster and maybe even just go out into the workforce quicker before they right after they graduate high school.
More than 70 area high schools partner with SPC for dual credit. Depending on how many credits a student takes, they could graduate high school with an associate's degree. Henley says it's opportunities like that help break down barriers that once prevented students from moving forward.
I think with the cost barrier, dual credit is a lot cheaper for students, where it's $50 a credit hour. So whereas a traditional course that may be $500 to $600 here, or maybe at a university even more. So students have that cost advantage to save money now and hopefully not have that barrier and have more of their degree completed.
The Dallas Fed also reports a trend in more students being drawn to the workforce, as Texas faces a deficit of highly skilled workers. That's where SPC's technical education programs come in. Jimmy Stratton, the department chair of industrial technology, says the courses are routinely full.
The majority of all of these courses also do create wait lists, so it's really, all of these programs are real high demand fields. They're also listed as high demand occupations by the Workforce Commission as well.
Stratton says technical program students are able to train quickly, earn credentials, and enter into the workforce better qualified for higher positions. SPC also boasts relationships with local industry and corporations, which helps students walk out of school with jobs.
They get to pick and choose pretty much where they want to go when they graduate. They're not limited to maybe something that was traditionally known as an internship or something like that. It's they have careers waiting on them. Actually, most of them are employed before they even graduate the programs that they're enrolled in.
No matter the path you choose, South Plains College leaders say it'll walk beside you. Madeline Hall, KCBD News Channel.